Okay, so thought about it, and I'm gonna start talking about the future of the future, of course, the present of the genre, called tower defense games, at least the anime ones. So while this, I'm just gonna do some stuff. So what's happening at the moment? When we just dropped the ASTDX summer update 2 days ago, I think. Well, let me find it. 2 days ago, if I'm correct. Yep, 2 days ago. It's right now 3 a.m. on July 22nd, and the second just dropped. I think it was a normal update, having a good amount of stuff a good amount of stuff to do, a lot of content, mostly. Uh, Really putting an emphasis on the social aspect of it with the new event that they had added, which is not unique, may I say. I don't want to spoil what I think about the future, the next game on the list, but it's not unique. It's not a unique update. Not their first time doing it. It's like it's not there. It's not the first time this aspect had. Oops, 1 second. This thing had been. I mean, it's good, It's fine. But the rewards you get from it, and like the stuff, is not as good. Like you give 2 rewards to get 7. I think only if you give like a good stuff and worthwhile achievement and stuff to actually make the game more running, could actually compete and survive in this world. Yeah, at least. So, may I say that the game is alive. This game is alive. It came back from the dead. Saying it came back from the dead is actually true because the normal ASTD. Wait, I'll just go to my thing. All start at defense. The original game, 258 players, and it had like 600 before the 4X released. Which there I still tried both. I played in both games, peak and release. Not no no. Also, I started playing around 2 months after release. But it's really had been a slow and steady decline in the game. I mean, the entire gaming genre, entire thing here, is dead. STDX has a lot of free-to-play feature, so I'll kind of summarize the stuff of the game itself before I'm gonna talk about the opinions about the rest, because it's gonna be slow and steady thing. Uh, Free-to-play features have a lot. Yes, you are not really persuaded to play to pay, but it does exist right here. It does exist. 2000 with stuff like this saying, "Come on, what do you think people would think?" And you can get this just here, like just the exact same. So they are cheaper. So anyone custom a thing to give stuff like this cheaper or for free. They gonna kind of capitalize like most people, like most games, like any game, because they need to pay their coders and their stuff in a way. Not bad, not a bad thing in general. But I mean, you're using an already existing IP and just remaking it. It does sound like Ubisoft and like big AAA companies are doing, which is not good. Not good per se. Most games remakes are not good. But please, if it's possible for this game to actually exist in the same ecosystem that it exists now, and it would be a great thing to the community of Roblox as a whole. Because right now, I'll move on to the next game after this. Right now, the genre, as I said, dead, dead, buried, cooked, may I say. Because of repetitive, because it's fully repetitive, and it's paid to, and become pay to win in most new releases and new installments of the genre. You can see that here. As you can see, it's not pay to win, but it's persuaded to you slightly. And you know you got those stuff. And it's solid. But let's move on to the next game and the one I have the most amount of criticism on. Enemy Last Stand. This game. Am I recording? Yeah, I am recording. Okay. This game is, let's say, not good. I've played it. Have a good amount of time. You can call it. I have a huge amount of time on the game. I've got more than 1,000 hours, I think, and if not competing with 1,000. So let me check, just so I can be sure for you that, yeah, I was watching and it gave me the idea to make this thing right now. I have 1,500 on my adventures and 1,033 on that, on Last Stand. Uh, it just shows that I do think my opinion matters here as a long time player of the game. I've played since release, since the first day it released, and I think the direction the game is going is not good. The direction and all that is happening with Brandon at the moment is kind of slowing the game down to a halt in case of progress. They just slowed the game updating, which was one of my biggest, uh, you can say bad opinions and criticizes against the game. They slowed down the average from once a week, which is wow. How can you survive that for a long time and still wanna make? Good job for them. Good job for them. I gotta say. Uh, they had it. It's one of my biggest criticisms that the game is just spamming updates, hoping that something was sick. Because if you can check, the game is not like that long, and this is the amount of only ultimate units, which is not even all Celestials. Celestials have 2050, and we got 15 Kangalis with 2 shinies of 13. This is not good. You're not gonna end good with this. The main problem, I think, right now with the game, which shows it's dead, is that its core audience is here, but the game dropped. The game had consistently had this, what from what I can recall, 50, 60, 70k, and now it in the same day and all they drop can hit those, barely hit those numbers. That's not a good thing. That's not how a balanced game should be. A balanced game should have a huge increase conceding any other tower defense game, and not having the same few people, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. They do have, I think, I don't want to call it stolen, but took inspiration from other stuff. Mostly, I think for the, uh, I'll show for what I mean. I think the ALS took the Spawn model and just ran with it. In Anime Adventures, there was the how does it called, guy? The Gojo and the Sukuna, which just were in Spawn, and you had to talk to them to start a quest or to evo a unit. And it's really running with that model, not actually trying out something new to where the, because here even in the newest ones you just have this. Just same quest like every other unit. Just same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing from this, and this same thing from this, and this same thing from this to get the same unit that would be replaced soon. And it's just pain to play like that. It's nearly impossible, in my opinion, to have enjoyment out of a game like that. You have to really uh change the content to show it. Even though I think they stole the same thing, they took inspiration, quote unquote, on the Griffith power. Took inspiration. I don't have him yet, so I can't really talk about that. But I took inspiration for the Evo systems. Having a drop or being created does not make the game more engaging. May you hear me say it. And here for stuff they blatantly did. The breaches, solid, creative new work. This event, solid, creative new work. Okay, good. Don't have anything to say, but this is repetitive as hell. Okay, stuff they took straight from other games. Okay, now that I'm finally into that. The random trials. It had been in ASTD, the original. There had been 2 trials for orbs. The stuff, how's it called? I don't want to call it the monetization methods, because for God's sake, this like you're not forced to buy it, but please just don't spend your money on this. Look, stuff that are useless. What is this? You can't even get it for free to play. They have took at least the Battle Pass mods as well from ASTD, which is the exact same, but instead of ASTD having it free to play, have to pay just to get a shiny version of the normal unit. I'm not saying Battle Pass are inherently bad. This version of them are not good. And I don't think I want to talk about the controversy that happened in the Slide community about all of the Samsung event. I think it's a good event. Total, it's gonna be a good event. But the way they marketed it was too far off. I wanna get paid. Please let me get paid. And I will stop with this. Because come on, no way you're just taking time for an event and not posting anything else other than the most likely, not pay to win, but most likely paid event to actually play the game. In other games in the genre, it does not happen like that. In other games in the genre, in my opinion, they have done it better. The D&D in All-Star Tower Defense, they have used a free-to-play mechanic to help start new players out, while giving out limited units in return to those who had done the quests and everything you needed. That's how you make um, a good event for a genuinely liking audience. So putting stuff like that, dude, okay, you can win a phone. It's not a good incentive to actually play this. Most people, no, not most, everyone who would play this game has one. It does not matter what you're doing. You're just wasting people's time. And wasting people's time, as we know, not good. Just, you know who's gonna be 1 in 1,000,000 thousands. You're just not really doing anything about it. Just adding a win mechanic, maybe. And now that we're done with that, let's go to the problems with the rest of the genre. The repetitive and the new. I would love to talk about this, but I'll jump Final Strike first. Uh, Final Strike, I like the way. Okay, I has not played it for a lot of time because it just came out 2 days ago. Time I'm recording, I have a slight pretty bad team, and of course, first thing is this shiny, same criticism, not even different unit, making a shiny version which is useless. Frieza, of course, thank you, Banner. Uh, just making different stuff. Yes, I got a pretty pity criticism with it, pretty pity, which is the way the UI looks. Cause tell me not, this had been made with a visual in mind. This is no way comfortable to the eye. Okay, I have pretty good vision, and I don't like the way it reflects. It's kinda maybe a screen problem, but solid. It looks pretty bad. Okay, there had been other tower defenses games which I would happily use their stuff more. Happily. But yes, I do have some good stuff on this game, which mostly I can say is the um this the traits. Because if you can see, it's maybe 2%, but you have a lot of stuff. It's much better because you can get the chosen one, which is, let's do math, everyone. 2%. Sorry, 2% out of this is 0.0002 times 0.9 comes to this. And this is not good. This is less than this. You can see 0.01. And if we put it to other games though, it became from a good thing to a bad thing. This 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.09, which has a higher damage. I don't remember the odds, and does not have stuff. Anime Vanguard's zero point 0.1, I think, which is the worst in the genre. And of course, I'm moving on to the criticisms on this game. Worst in the genre, in my opinion. It's really became a more lazy once in a while. Yes, I do have only one good unit. Kind of lazy oh my god, they changed the UI just worse. I don't have a lot of stuff, but still. Look, having trade rolls gotten for free is not an excuse to make your best two stats rare as shit. Okay? I've wasted way too much time than I like to admit on this. I lost way too much time that I'm gonna think about. And tell me that is who the fuck is not a good guy? Uh, yeah, and you can still get Alucard. Please tell me what. Uh, yeah, I think any new player would be just confuzzled over this. Because please tell me why I have a story and event, a PvP area, which I don't think is even creative. It's just the original, just took from ASTD model and put up on here because the site succeeded. Oh, spring, yay. Yeah, this is, okay. This is I can get behind, okay. I like it. 45 rolls and 5.5k gems. Can get behind this as a concept. Uh, just the game is not good enough recently to the massive deflux and the massive fall, can say, of the entire genre. Then the genre itself just started from this game's collapsing, because this game was overhyped. They farmed it. I remember release came out 200, 300, 400,000 players. And the game just died. Two updates, the game is dead. People who paid money, people did anything. The game is worthless now. I don't think, and I think it's because first, people are confused as hell. Second, they update once in any blue moon. I think I'll become 30 before an actual good update drops. It's right now update 7. Look at this, man. What the hell? Now update 7. The game is out for way too much time to be able to justify it. I don't remember exactly when the game released, but and I got banned from the server for offensive bio, but uh, that's not a thing right now. Um, it's really problematic when you have put as an example the good tower defense in the genre, and then you just deviate and become much, 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 much worse. Cause every good update, good game right now has had some kind of wait of at best a month, and this game did not update in 2 months, and thinks it's all gonna be fine to them. I don't know what you mean, because the game is dead. 220k players is less than 10% of what you had in the original game. Yes, and at best, 5% of those are actual playing people. It's not that good. You're pretty cooked. You know, you're not, and it's still Vincemark. You can make the game much better if they actually put work to kind of fix the game. I think one of the main games to have done it, it's not a Roblox game though. It's Overwatch 2, which had fixed most of the criticisms people had with the game. Good. This one it's gotta have a video of its own when I'm done with this. And the final game on this list for now, I'm probably gonna update the Anime Adventures one, and it's Death. After this is gonna be Anime Rangers X. The game is unique. The game had deviated enough to get its small, yes, but a cult following, which is not what AV has, because at least this game updates consistently, adds things the community wants, and actually is maybe a bit more free to play than most stuff. Because here, I want to select a unit. I don't care what unit it's gonna be. Let's just put in. Who's the cool? Taking the cat eagle. Oh wait, she's here already. Doesn't matter. So you know it's gonna be good because they care. It shows they have unique game mechanics. They have maybe the basic stuff, but they have stuff that people seem to know that they care about. I can just let's log into a game. It's not the same tower defense like every other game. Not that I don't have my stuff against it, but it does deviate enough. Look, it's one of those. Oh, 3x? No, Bidwin. Yeah. Yeah, 3x. I don't have the opinion of most people about 3x. Uh, it seems mine. But look, it's much different because I can actually just enjoy the game differently. It's a different feeling than the 10,000 quadrillion normal tower defense. Maybe less people like it, but the people that do like it very much. Which is not a thing I can say about Anime Vanguards, because Anime Vanguard just dead. Basically, update, as I said, once in a blue moon, 24k players, I think the best it ever had. Yeah, 400,000 the day it released. Please, how a game fall off that much? That is 5% of their full-on players. That is some crazy work that you had to pull off to keep your game alive and dead at the same time. So that was my opinion for this game. It's 24 minutes long. Holy shit, my first video. Thank you everyone for watching. If someone would find this video, hopefully. So
Yeah.